Only 3 minutes left, Archangel Michael says today, God sent me to deliver this message. My beloved child, before another ordinary moment slips quietly into your day, pause here with me. There is a reason your heart slowed down long enough to reach these words. Not because time is running out, but because some moments are too meaningful to rush past. Stay with me for these next few minutes. Don't skip what your spirit has been patiently waiting to hear. Sometimes the greatest answers arrive without noise, without spectacle, and without warning. They simply arrive when the heart is finally ready to receive them. Today is one of those moments. Listen carefully, because what unfolds from here is not meant to overwhelm you, it is meant to remind you of something you have almost forgotten. I, Michael, come not to replace your faith, but to point your eyes toward the one who has never looked away from you. Even while you questioned your direction, even while you wondered whether heaven had become silent, God's attention remained fixed upon your journey. There has never been a single sunrise that caught him by surprise, nor a single tear that escaped his notice. What seemed like ordinary days were quietly becoming the foundation for extraordinary grace. The delays that frustrated you were shaping patience. The unanswered moments were creating wisdom. The closed paths were gently guiding your steps towards something that could not have been seen before now. You may not have recognized it then, but heaven was working in places your eyes could never reach. That is why your story has not been defined by what happened yesterday. It is being prepared by what God is already arranging for tomorrow. Something important is waiting for you, but first your heart must become still enough to recognize it when it appears. Many people spend their lives searching for dramatic signs while overlooking the quiet miracles already surrounding them. Yet you are being invited into a different way of seeing. Notice the unexpected peace that arrives without explanation. Notice the kindness that appears at the exact moment you needed encouragement. Notice the strength that somehow carried you through days you once believed would break you. These were never accidents. They were gentle reminders that you have never walked alone. Even now, while you listen, unseen doors are opening in ways that require no striving, no fear, and no desperate pursuit. God is not asking you to force tomorrow into existence. He is asking you to trust today's faithful step. That single act of trust has more power than endless worry ever could. There is something beautiful about the person you are becoming, even if you cannot fully recognize it yet. The compassion growing inside you. The resilience forming beneath every disappointment. The quiet courage that continues choosing hope despite uncertainty. These are treasures that cannot be measured by the world's standards, yet heaven celebrates every one of them. And perhaps this is the realization you needed most today: you were never falling behind. You were growing at exactly the pace your purpose required. Every season carried its own lesson. Every pause carried its own preparation. Every unexpected turn carried hidden wisdom that will become clear at the perfect moment. So lift your eyes a little higher than your circumstances. Breathe a little deeper than your worries. Let your heart remember that God has always been writing a story greater than the chapter you can currently see. Stay till the end of this journey, because what has only begun to unfold today will reveal an even deeper truth in the next moment. And when it does, you may discover that what you once called coincidence was quietly becoming an answer all along. The quietest moments often carry the greatest meaning, and this is one of them. Before you allow your thoughts to wander, remain here just a little longer. Something important is waiting for you, not hidden in distant places, but gently unfolding within this very moment. There are seasons when God does not speak through dramatic events. Instead, He speaks through peace that arrives without explanation, through unexpected strength, and through the gentle assurance that whispers, "Keep going." Today is one of those seasons. I, Michael, remind you that heaven has never measured your worth by your speed. While you wondered why others seemed to move ahead, God was shaping a foundation beneath your feet that could support the future He has prepared for you. Strong foundations are built quietly. They are rarely noticed while they are being formed, yet they become the reason everything else remains standing. What you once believed was delay has often been quiet preparation. Have you noticed how certain worries that once felt overwhelming no longer carry the same weight? That change did not happen by accident. Little by little, your heart has been learning to trust beyond what your eyes can see. Every challenge you overcame added another layer of wisdom. Every unanswered question taught you patience. Every moment of waiting strengthened a faith that could not have grown any other way. Do not overlook the small victories unfolding around you. A peaceful conversation. An unexpected opportunity. A renewed sense of hope after a difficult day. These are not insignificant details. They are gentle reminders that God often works through ordinary moments before revealing extraordinary outcomes. The miracle is not always found in one sudden event. Sometimes it is found in the quiet transformation of a heart that refuses to give up. There is someone listening to these words who has been asking, "Am I truly seen?" The answer has always been yes. Long before you spoke your first prayer today, heaven already understood every hope you struggled to express. Nothing about your journey has been invisible. Every step has been known. Every silent tear has been counted. Every dream you quietly protected has remained safely in God's hands, even during the moments you feared it had been forgotten. So continue forward with confidence instead of uncertainty. Let gratitude become stronger than discouragement. Let hope become louder than doubt. The path ahead may not yet reveal every answer, but it already carries enough light for your next faithful step. Stay with me a little longer, because what is about to be revealed next may help you understand why certain pieces of your story could only come together now, and why this very day holds a significance you have not fully recognized yet. The next truth cannot be hurried, because some revelations become meaningful only after the heart has grown quiet enough to receive them. If you have remained here this long, perhaps it is because something within you already senses that today is different. Not because the world has suddenly changed, but because your perspective is beginning to. Stay till the end. There is another layer of this message that has been waiting for exactly this moment. I, Michael, remind you that God often answers prayers in ways that look ordinary before they appear extraordinary. A simple conversation. An unexpected pause. A new idea that arrives without warning. A door that opens so gently you almost overlook it. These moments may seem small while they happen, yet later you will look back and realize they quietly changed the direction of your journey. There is a beautiful pattern woven throughout your life that you may not have noticed. Every time you believed something was ending, God was already preparing a beginning. Every time one path became uncertain, another was quietly taking shape beyond your sight. Nothing has been wasted. Not your waiting. Not your questions. Not even the moments when your faith felt smaller than your fears. Heaven has a remarkable way of gathering every experience and transforming it into wisdom that will bless your future. Perhaps you have wondered why certain answers did not arrive when you expected them. Imagine receiving tomorrow's blessings before today's lessons had taken root. Would you have recognized their value? Would you have been ready to protect them? Sometimes love prepares before it provides. Sometimes wisdom grows before opportunity arrives. God's timing has never been about making you wait without purpose. It has always been about ensuring that when the right moment comes, your heart is ready to receive it with peace instead of fear. Look around your life for the quiet evidence that hope is already growing. You may notice greater patience where frustration once lived. You may discover courage where hesitation once held you back. You may find yourself smiling for reasons you cannot fully explain. These are gentle signs that your spirit is becoming stronger than your circumstances. That transformation is one of heaven's greatest gifts. Remember this as you continue through the days ahead. You are not walking toward uncertainty alone. The same God who has guided every step behind you is already present in every step before you. He is not waiting at the finish line. He is walking beside you now, strengthening you one moment at a time, reminding you that His faithfulness is not limited to extraordinary days, it shines just as brightly through ordinary ones. So keep your heart open. Keep your eyes lifted. Continue choosing kindness, patience, and hope even when the results are not immediately visible. Seeds planted in faith often bloom quietly before anyone notices their beauty. And what is about to unfold next may reveal why one seemingly ordinary moment in your near future will carry far greater meaning than you could ever imagine. There is one more gentle truth that deserves your full attention before you move on. Take a slow breath and remain here a little longer. Don't skip this moment, because sometimes the most meaningful part of a message is not found at the beginning, it quietly reveals itself after the heart has chosen to stay. What you are about to understand is not a new promise, but a reminder of one that has been with you all along. I, Michael, tell you that God sees beyond the moments that capture your attention. While you focus on today's questions, He is already aware of tomorrow's answers. While you wonder whether you are making progress, He smiles at the quiet strength you have gained without even realizing it. You have become more patient than you once were. More compassionate. More resilient. These changes may feel small, but heaven celebrates every step that brings your heart closer to peace. There will soon come a moment that feels wonderfully ordinary. You may wake up expecting another familiar day. You may begin your routine without thinking anything is different. Yet somewhere within that ordinary day, you will notice something that stirs your spirit. Perhaps it will be a conversation that brings unexpected encouragement. Perhaps it will be a quiet realization that lifts a burden you have carried for too long. Or perhaps it will simply be an unexplainable peace settling over your heart. Do not overlook that moment. God's kindness often arrives gently before it becomes unforgettable. Many people spend their lives searching for certainty while missing the beauty of daily guidance. But you are being invited into something deeper. Instead of demanding to see the entire path, you are learning to trust the next faithful step. That kind of trust changes a person from the inside out. It replaces restless striving with steady confidence. It exchanges worry for quiet expectation. It allows hope to become stronger than uncertainty. You may not know every detail of what lies ahead, but you do not need to. The one who formed the stars also knows every detail of your journey. Nothing catches Him by surprise. Every opportunity that belongs to you will arrive in its proper season. Every lesson will bear fruit. Every act of kindness will leave a lasting mark, even if you never witness its full impact. As you continue listening, let this truth settle deeply within you. Your value has never depended on applause, recognition, or perfect circumstances. Your worth has always been rooted in God's unchanging love. Long before anyone understood your story, He already knew every chapter. Long before you found the strength to keep moving, He was quietly strengthening your heart. Stay with me just a little longer, because the next part will uncover a remarkable connection between the quiet moments you've already lived and the unexpected joy that may be much closer than you think. When those pieces come together, you may finally understand why heaven never rushed this journey. Sometimes the most remarkable part of a journey is not the destination itself, but the moment you suddenly realize you have already begun to change. If your heart is still here, listening with quiet expectation, then this next truth is meant to settle gently within you. Stay till the end, because another piece of the picture is about to come into focus, and it may help you see your own story through entirely new eyes. I, Michael, remind you that God is not only preparing blessings for your future, He is preparing you to recognize them when they arrive. Many people pray for open doors, yet few ask for the wisdom to walk through those doors with gratitude, humility, and peace. That wisdom has been quietly growing inside you all along. Every season of waiting has strengthened your character. Every unexpected pause has taught you to listen more carefully. Every challenge has refined your perspective until you can now notice hope where you once noticed only uncertainty. There are moments ahead that will seem wonderfully simple. You may receive an encouraging word from someone who had no idea you needed it. You may find yourself smiling at a memory that once brought sadness, only to realize healing has been taking place without announcing itself. You may wake one morning with an unexpected sense of calm, understanding that not every answer needs to arrive before peace can fill your heart. These gentle moments are gifts. Welcome them without rushing past them, because they are reminders that God often works quietly before He works visibly. Never believe that small acts of faithfulness are insignificant. A kind word spoken at the right time, a patient response instead of frustration, a grateful heart in an ordinary moment, heaven notices these things. They may seem invisible to the world, but they carry lasting value. The seeds you plant through faith, kindness, and perseverance are already taking root in places you cannot yet see. Growth is often hidden before it becomes visible. Perhaps there have been days when you wondered if your prayers were reaching beyond the silence. Let your heart rest in this truth: God has never been distant from your voice. Even when the answer arrived differently than you expected, His love remained constant. Sometimes the greatest answer is not an immediate solution but a transformed heart, one that carries peace through uncertainty, hope through waiting, and joy through simple moments that once seemed ordinary. As you move forward, choose to notice what heaven has been quietly placing in your path. Notice the opportunities to encourage others. Notice the unexpected strength that appears when you need it most. Notice the calm that replaces old fears. These are not random moments. They are gentle reminders that God's presence is woven into your everyday life, often in ways so natural that they can easily be overlooked. Keep walking with confidence. Keep trusting one step at a time. The story unfolding around you is richer than you can currently imagine, and every faithful moment is becoming part of something beautiful. In the next part, a deeper truth will be revealed. One that connects the quiet work God has already done within you to the joyful season that is beginning to draw near, a season that may look ordinary at first, yet carry extraordinary meaning for your heart. A quiet turning point is closer than it appears. Not the kind that arrives with loud announcements or dramatic displays, but the kind that gently changes the way you see everything that comes after it. If you have remained here until now, perhaps your heart already senses that this message is building towards something meaningful. Don't skip this moment. Sometimes the greatest gift is not discovering something new, it is finally understanding what has been true all along. I, Michael, want to remind you that God delights in meeting His children in ordinary places. He is present in the peaceful morning before the world awakens. He is present in the kind smile that lifts your spirit. He is present in the quiet strength that carries you through responsibilities you once thought were too heavy. His presence is not limited to extraordinary moments. It fills the everyday moments you may have overlooked. There is a reason your heart has been learning patience. Not because your journey has been delayed, but because patience gives you the ability to recognize blessings that hurried hearts often miss. Imagine standing beneath a beautiful sunrise while looking only at the ground. The beauty was always there, but your attention was somewhere else. In the same way, heaven has been surrounding your life with gentle reminders of God's faithfulness, inviting you to lift your eyes and notice them. You may soon find yourself reflecting on conversations, memories, or moments that once seemed unimportant. Suddenly they will make sense in a way they never did before. You will recognize how one simple decision led to another, how one unexpected pause protected you from unnecessary burdens, and how one act of kindness opened a path you never could have planned. This is one of the quiet ways God reveals His wisdom, not by changing the past, but by helping you see it through new eyes. Never underestimate the power of gratitude. A thankful heart notices possibilities where others see limitations. It recognizes hope where others expect disappointment. Gratitude does not ignore life's challenges, it simply refuses to let those challenges become the entire story. Every morning you choose gratitude, you are opening your heart to the quiet joy that heaven loves to place within willing hearts. And remember this, your purpose is not measured by comparison. The pace of someone else's journey has never determined the value of yours. God is writing a story that is uniquely yours, with lessons that fit your heart, opportunities that fit your calling, and moments of joy prepared especially for you. There is no need to rush ahead or look behind. Walk faithfully where you are, knowing that every sincere step matters. As this message continues, let your heart become even more expectant, not because you are waiting for something extraordinary to happen around you, but because something beautiful is continuing to grow within you. That inner transformation is preparing you to receive the next chapter with wisdom, confidence, and peace. Stay with me a little longer. The next part will uncover why one simple choice you make in the days ahead, perhaps so small that others never notice it, may become one of the most meaningful moments in your journey, revealing a connection that only heaven could have seen from the very beginning. Not every answer arrives the moment a question is asked. Some answers quietly grow beside you until your heart is ready to recognize them. If you are still listening, then this is not by chance. There is another gentle truth waiting to meet you here. Stay till the end, because what seems like a simple reminder may become the very encouragement your spirit has been searching for. I, Michael, tell you that God is never hurried, yet He is never late. His timing is not measured by human clocks but by perfect wisdom. There were moments when you believed nothing was changing, yet beneath the surface, countless details were already falling into place. Just as roots grow unseen before a tree reaches toward the sky, much of God's finest work begins where no one else can see it. The growth that matters most often happens in silence. Think for a moment about how far you have already come. There were days when you questioned your strength, yet here you are. There were nights when tomorrow felt uncertain, yet another sunrise arrived, carrying fresh mercy with it. You may not feel extraordinary, but your willingness to keep moving forward has become a quiet testimony of hope. Heaven sees every faithful step, even the ones the world never applauds. Perhaps you have been waiting for one unmistakable sign that everything will be all right. What if the sign has been growing inside you all along? What if the peace that now visits your heart more often than before is itself a reminder that God has never stopped working? True confidence is not built by knowing every detail of tomorrow. It grows by remembering who walks beside you today. There will be opportunities ahead that invite you to choose trust instead of hesitation. They may appear small at first, a conversation you almost avoided, a kind word you almost left unsaid, a door you almost walked past. Do not underestimate these moments. Heaven often places extraordinary purpose inside ordinary choices. A single decision made with faith and kindness can create blessings that continue far beyond what you can presently imagine. Carry this truth with you wherever you go. You do not need to become someone different for God to work through your life. He has always known your strengths, your questions, your dreams, and even the quiet hopes you have never spoken aloud. His invitation has never been to become perfect. It has always been to remain faithful, one day at a time, trusting that He will continue shaping your heart with grace. So lift your eyes once more. Let go of the pressure to have every answer today. Receive the peace that is being offered in this very moment. Allow hope to settle where worry once tried to remain. Every chapter of your story has been leading toward a deeper understanding of God's faithfulness, and this chapter is no different. Remain here a little longer, because the next part will reveal why the quiet changes taking place within your heart are preparing you for a season of unexpected joy. A season that may begin with one ordinary moment but will leave a lasting mark on your journey for years to come. There comes a moment in every journey when the heart quietly realizes that it has been looking for answers in the distance while God has been planting them nearby all along. This is one of those moments. Stay with me just a little longer. Don't skip what comes next, because another piece of this message is about to settle into place, and it may help you recognize something that has been unfolding around you without drawing attention to itself. I, Michael, remind you that one of heaven's greatest gifts is not simply the blessing itself, but the ability to recognize it when it arrives. Many people spend their lives waiting for life to become perfect before they choose joy. Yet God often invites His children to discover joy first, knowing that a grateful heart sees possibilities that fear can never recognize. The peace you have been searching for is not waiting at the end of your journey. It has already begun to grow within you, quietly, faithfully, one moment at a time. There will soon be a day that feels wonderfully familiar. The morning may begin like any other. The sky may look the same. Your routine may seem unchanged. Yet somewhere within that ordinary day, something inside you will gently shift. You will notice that you are no longer carrying a burden the way you once did. You will realize that a question which once kept you awake no longer has the same hold on your heart. Without realizing it, healing will have accomplished what endless worry never could. This is how God's kindness often appears. Not with loud interruptions, but with quiet transformation. He changes the heart before He changes the horizon. He strengthens the spirit before revealing the next opportunity. He teaches peace before expanding purpose. Looking back, you will understand that nothing was ever standing still. Every quiet season was preparing you to receive what only a peaceful heart could truly appreciate. Remember that every act of kindness you have offered, every word of encouragement you have spoken, every moment you chose patience instead of frustration has carried more significance than you imagined. Heaven wastes nothing. Love given sincerely always leaves a mark, even when you never witness where it lands. Continue to be generous with hope, gentle with others, and faithful in the small things. The greatest stories are rarely built in a single dramatic moment. They are built through countless quiet choices that reflect God's love day after day. And if you have ever wondered whether your story truly matters, let this truth rest deeply within you. God has never measured your life by the applause you receive, but by the love you share, the faith you keep, and the hope you continue to carry. Those treasures cannot fade with time. They become part of a legacy that reaches farther than you can currently imagine. So keep walking with confidence. Keep listening with expectation. Keep trusting that even now, unseen pieces are fitting together with remarkable care. The chapter ahead will not ask you to become someone new. It will reveal the beautiful person God has been shaping all along. Stay until the next part, because there is one gentle mystery still waiting to unfold. It will reveal why a quiet decision you make very soon may become the turning point that helps you see your entire journey through the light of God's unwavering faithfulness. Sometimes the greatest revelation is not found in a new destination but in a new understanding. If your heart has stayed with this message until now, then perhaps it is ready for the next gentle truth. Pause for just a little longer. Don't skip this moment, because what is about to unfold may help you recognize that God has been closer than you ever imagined, even in the seasons that felt the quietest. I, Michael, remind you that heaven never measures your life by the speed of your progress but by the faithfulness of your heart. Every time you chose hope instead of discouragement, even if only for a moment, heaven rejoiced. Every time you offered kindness when no one expected it, your light reached farther than you could see. Every quiet prayer whispered in the stillness of your day was heard long before the words left your lips. There is something beautiful happening within you that cannot be measured by calendars or circumstances. Your perspective is changing. The things that once stole your peace no longer carry the same weight. The worries that once filled every quiet moment are slowly giving way to trust. This is not because life has become perfect. It is because God has been gently strengthening your spirit from the inside out. The transformation you have been asking for has already begun, even if it has unfolded so naturally that you almost missed it. Soon you will notice a simple moment that feels different. It may be a familiar place, an ordinary conversation, or a quiet evening when your heart suddenly realizes that it is no longer holding on to yesterday with the same intensity. Instead of wondering why certain things happened, you will begin thanking God for the wisdom they quietly produced. What once felt like unanswered questions will become reminders of how faithfully He guided you through every season. Never underestimate the value of quiet obedience. The small decisions you make each day. To choose patience, to forgive, to remain grateful, to encourage someone else, are shaping a future filled with peace. Great journeys are rarely changed by one dramatic event. More often, they are transformed by countless small moments of faith that seem ordinary while they happen but become extraordinary when viewed together. And here is a truth that many people overlook: God's presence is often most visible after you stop trying to control every outcome. The moment you place your trust into His hands, your heart becomes free to notice the blessings that were always surrounding you. Peace grows where trust is planted. Joy grows where gratitude is practiced. Hope grows where faith is welcomed day after day. So continue walking with quiet confidence. Continue believing that every new sunrise carries fresh mercy and new opportunities to experience God's goodness. Let your heart remain open to the gentle surprises He places along your path, because they often arrive in forms you never expected but always needed. Stay with me, because the next part will uncover one final layer that has been quietly building from the very beginning of this message. When that truth is revealed, you may discover that the answer you have been seeking was never far away, it has been growing within your heart all along.